Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Welcome back to now my third part of this spoiler review for Deadpool and Wolverine, where I talk about their cameos and my problems with the movie. Now, for this third and final part, I like to come up here and just give props, give due diligence and the flowers, metaphorically speaking, to Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. And again, you guys know the drill. Like, comment, share, subscribe, click the notification bell whenever new videos are released. I've been Al Johnson, and let's get into it. So, growing up, Hugh Jackman's take on Wolverine was the first superhero I ever saw on screen that I was like, that's my favorite. He's for sure my favorite. And I always thought Logan was such a cool character. I loved the look he had, and of course the claws. How many times have you guys pretended to like take butter knives or whatnot and pretend they're claws because you want to be like Hugh Jackman's Wolverine? And throughout his run as Wolverine from X-Men 1 up until Logan and now here, Hugh Jackman, despite some complications with the movies or how bad some movies got or how weird the timelines were in the grand scheme of things, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine consistently always delivered. I mean, in X-Men 1, when we first see him and he's being a cage fighter, fighting people for money. And when Hugh Jackman first came on screen, it was like, who is this guy? Who is this guy? And I do not want to mess with him. And that whole journey of him joining the X-Men and protecting Rogue and just not really want to be a team player. And just overall at the end, like he came through as the hero and saved Rogue. Then in X-Men 2, we delved deep into his past where we showed he was experimented on. He was Weapon X in the Alkali Lake. And I remember like it was yesterday. I remember seeing in the theater like when a Wolverine was like back in like the old lab and he's recounting how he was made, and just the shot of when he like busts out the water, and then the next shot of him covered in blood, and the scream he let out after realizing what he has become was haunting. It was haunting. And then like when he attacked Stryker, you know, what was the scene? Oh no, what was the line? The you can do it, Logan. You're a survivor. You always have been. But I thought I was just an animal with claws. If we die, you die. And he stabs him. And then Stryker's like, what now, Logan? Are you gonna choose to forego your kind, your race, to live up with these humans? And Logan takes off the dog tag to remind her of what he was, throws it at Stryker, picks up the mutant kid, is like, I'll take my chances, and decides, you know what, this is more important than you, like, I'm done with you. And then the emotion he had when Jean died at the end, because obviously he loved her, even though that was Cyclops' girl. And just a really cool like upgrade to what he was in the first one. Then the X3, The Last Stand, not a good movie, but he was still great. Like the scene of him in the forest going after Magneto and the Brotherhood, or the emotion he gave when Xavier died, and the whole, and also the whole bit of when as he was teaching the students in the danger room, it's like, hey yo, Colossus, throw me. And they do the fastball special, and he decapitates a Sentinel head, lights up his cigar on like a little fire nearby, and class dismissed. And then at one point during the melee against the Brotherhood was fighting this mutant who could regenerate limbs quickly if you cut it off. And it's like, come on, give me more. Kicking him in the balls, grow those back. And then having to go kill Jean, like kill the woman he loves. And she's like trying to blow him away, turn him into dust. But because of his healing factor, he keeps fighting. Like he keeps fighting her blast. And Jean Grey in Phoenix mode, whack Phoenix mode. You're willing to risk your life for them? Like, no, Jean. For you. For you. And then Jean, like breaking through the curse, the spirit of the Phoenix. Help me. And Logan, I love you so much. And kills her. And just like, no. Movie's still not good, but X-Men Origins Wolverine. Oh boy. Digital claws excluded, and crappy way they did Deadpool excluded. The scene where he finds his girlfriend killed by Sabretooth, and the fight he had with Sabretooth, and and a lot of the great action stuff he did. I mean, I recall the scene where he finds out he was played by the girl, that the girl played him, and like she was just sent there like as a mole to get him to love her and all that, and the whole that story you told me about the wolf who cried at the moon. I had it backwards. I thought I was your Wolverine and you was the moon, but all the while you're the trickster. I was the fool who got played because I ignored my instincts. I ignored who I really was. But I can tell you that will never happen again. And it was dumb that after all that, and he went back to save her because Sabretooth was going to kill her. And then it's like, Logan, even though I was a mole, the feelings were real. I did love you. And then he immediately like took her back. That was dumb. And also, like the one line that Hugh Jackman has Wolverine is really understated. I mean, X-Men 1, the Cyclops, where they call you Wheels, or X-Men 2. I'm trying to remember. What professor are you, Logan? Art. And of course, X-Men 3, grow those back. And here the striker be like, Logan, you have a duty to your country. You have a duty to America. You have a duty to the nation. I'm Canadian, and drives off. That movie sucks hard, but he was still great regardless of that movie. Then we had the Wolverine, where at the time the physique he had, I thought that was the best physique. I thought that the next movie I'll talk about, and X-Men Origins Wolverine, and maybe X-Men 2, X-Men 3 was like the best physique. The Wolverine crazy physique, but even like the visions he kept having of Jean, how it was tormenting him, and how like the scene where he saved I can't remember the dude's name, but he saved the dude from the nuclear bomb, and it burned his skin, and slowly but surely he was healing back, and just the grunts Hugh Jackman was making as he was healing back, because like the bomb like melted his skin off. Oh God. Oh. And in an unrated cut, when some Japanese mercenary was trying to get Logan to back off, Logan's like, "Go F yourself, pretty boy." And just like certain great layers and great acting Hugh Jackman does. And then X-Men Days of Future Past, where he wasn't full on Wolverine, he was still Logan, and he acting wise, gave a great performance. And just the way he interacted with young Beast, young Xavier, young Magneto, and the way he came off in that movie, it was surprising how much of a background player he was. Because up to that point, Hugh Jackman eclipsed everybody in the cast, and Wolverine became the most popular, even though people argue, oh no, Cyclops, oh no, Xavier, no, this person's the best X-Man. But because of Hugh Jackman and how well he did it, he eclipsed everything. And then there was his cameo in X-Men Apocalypse. Garbage movie, but his cameo as Weapon X, where he went on that massacre against like the people, like the soldiers, and for a PG-13 movie, the way he was going ham on those people, and then Jean Grey lets him go, I guess gives him his memories back, and then he leaves to, looks like we'll never see that guy again. Sure. Then Logan, his initial swan song, so much gravitas, so much emotion, so much depth, so much weight to his character. I mean, who could forget that first fight scene where you're trying to protect the limousine because he needs to, so he can make money, so that way he and Xavier and Caliban can leave, and he was chopping dudes up. And then the scene in the forest where he rejuvenated himself with the rest of the medicine that could rejuvenate you, and he was like prime Wolverine going ham on dudes. And the way his stunt double and or him was playing X-24 was basically a more villainous, more angry, violent Wolverine, like basically fighting against who he once was and sacrificing himself to protect Laura, his daughter, X-23, and everything. Don't be what they made you. This is what it feels like. Like, I could wax poetic about Logan all day, but oh man. Oh. And then we come to Deadpool Wolverine. Was I nervous about him coming back? Absolutely. But seeing him in the yellow and blue suit finally, and seeing him cut loose, being more R-rated, more violent, more primal, more animalistic, more funny. I never seen Hugh Jackman Wolverine be this funny. The whole everybody knows, and not everybody gets a speech and everything. But it's like the whole story arc of why he wears the suit is because it reminded him of his team that he let down, and how much he wants to be the X-Man, but because of him killing humans, good and bad, because his team was killed. And at the end, when he and Deadpool saved the multiverse and the matter and the antimatter mechanisms was coursing through their bodies, and it whipped off Wolverine's shirt, and Hugh Jackman, 55 years old. 55 years old, jacked as a... But even then, showing like certain, again, showing the great acting Hugh Jackman does, talking to Laura about why he wears the suit and why I'm no hero, you got the wrong guy, and thinking about everything else, and trying to appeal to Cassandra Nova about Charles Xavier. Listen, as much as I want to kill you, Charles Xavier wouldn't allow me to stand here and see you die. And Charles, he would have loved you too if he knew you existed and everything, and blah blah blah. And then for the first time in my life, I'm proud to wear this suit because it means I'm an X-Man. I am the X-Man. And then he finds a new family at the end, and he's in a way reunited with Laura, but he meets new people. He has a new family again because his original family is gone. He originally was gonna be like, let me sacrifice myself because Wade, you have a world to go back to. I have nothing. But yet, he still gets a new family at the end. Again, Hugh Jackman, his Wolverine has a big, profound effect on me. And if he comes back in Avengers Secret Wars, which he probably will, I can't wait to see what more awesome stuff he does. And all I can say is, I've been Al Johnson. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks, Hugh Jackman, and thank you, Wolverine.